this debate where on a topic, should AI driving genomic analysis replace traditional genetic counseling in low resources settings? So, as you all know that I, Mustafa Al-Qasim from Nigeria, and my partner Nice Timothy, we are in the negation team. So, first of all, let us have a introduction about the subject matter. What is genetic counseling? As you all know, genetic counseling is the process where trained professionals guide patients and families about inherited conditions, risks, and health decisions. While the AI-driven genomic analysis, that is the use of computer to interpret genetic data and predict health outcomes. So the question here is whether AI should replace traditional counseling, especially in low resources setting, or should not. So our team, that is group 7, we believe that AI can only support but actually should not replace human genetic counselors. So our statement is that the genetic counseling is more than a data, it is a guidance, it is empathy, and it is a trust. While AI can help with analysis, but actually it cannot replace the human connection, that trust, and that empathy that patient needs, especially in low resources settings. So we stand for AI as a tool, but actually not as a replacement. So we have some constructive argument, that is what we have, that is the issue of accessibility and reach challenges. As you all know that infrastructural and technological barriers such as a digital devices, which include deficiency in reliable electricity, internet access, and high performance computing hardware, are all impede the development of AI tools that can rely on cloud-based operation and significant processing power. And then our second is the next is the issue of ethical and the trust issues. So there is an inconsistency in genetic interpretation which actually can lead to discordant report for a patient undergoing testing in different countries, with legal consequences on treatment protocol and insurance decision. Then another issue is a risk of misinterpretation. You all know this. So because of what? Because of the high sensitivity of genetic data may raise concern about the privacy, the potential for misuse of discrimination if breaches occur, particularly in vulnerable populations. And then again, the issue of bias and fairness. You all know this algorithm may perpetuate biases present in training data, which may lead to discriminatory outcomes in genetics, and models may perform poorly on population in underrepresented in data set. So we have to understand this. Then another thing is the issue of a skill gap, which we have a global shortage of trained professionals who can actually analyze, interpret, and manage a complex genomic data, and AI tools limits a local implementation. Then another issue is the issue of a variation in data. You all know that most AI models are trained on genomic data from high income countries, so applying them in low resources setting risks or may risk the misdiagnosis or exclusion due to genetic variation and diversity gaps. And you all know that the human counselors can identify when AI output may be misleading. And then another issue is the issue of a health literacy. People in low traditional setting actually may lack trust in technology. You all know this. So, or they may have low scientific literacy. So a compassionate counselor actually may build a trust and ensure through informed consent, a role AI simply cannot fulfill on its own. So then there is the affirmative team made certain argument. So here we come with the rebuttal. That is what they say, there is an accuracy and consistency. So actually AI is only as accurate as data trained. We all know that. So this is not reliable. And then most AI models are developed and trained in some specific regions, which will make diverse variation while applying in some low resources places. So we have to understand this. And then the issue of scalability and training gaps. The scalability of AI without human oversight may risk amplifying errors at a scales. And then another thing is the issue of the training more counselors may be slower, but definitely will ensure sustainability, and it may be a culturally more relevant. Then they raise the issue of a cost effectiveness, which actually in areas with unstable electricity or internet, this system can fail. You all know this. So human-based model may cost more upfront but ensure safety, trust, and ethical soundness, which are important, and they are priceless in genetic health care. So by this point, I think while technology is powerful, but actually it cannot replace the human touch, that empathy, that trust, that reliability and trust that these or traditional genetic counselors provide. And then again,